For days.
The Dare County Board of Elections meeting is called to order at 3:01 PM. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today. Mrs. Blows is excused from our meeting this afternoon, but we do have a quorum and we do have a balance of parties. Has everyone had a chance? We have no old business that I know of, correct? All right, has everyone had a chance to look over the agenda?
Yes.
All right. Is there a motion to approve it as presented?
I move approval. I move approval of the agenda as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. We shall move on to the provisional ballot review and scanning. Everyone should have a sheet of the provisionals that are before us today. Kelly.
Okay, so across the two, so we received 6 provisional ballots. One of them was during early voting, and the other 5 were from Election Day. If you look at your sheet here, they are separated out by reason, provisional voting reason. And when you look at the vote count, that is staff recommendation. So that is not set in stone, of course. That would be your decision. And so what I will do is I'll give you the provisionals. You can read the comments here, or there's also comments on the back of the envelope. The front of the envelope contains the provisional voter's application. And so there's detailed information there as well. And you also have your numbered memo for provisionals to help you decide, guide you through which way you want to go as far as approval or disapproval. So I'm going to go ahead and pass those out to you. And then we will go ahead and tabulate the provisionals that you approve so that we can update our total ballots casts. And I will also let you know that there are no pending situations with these provisionals. For instance, if anyone needs to bring back an ID in order for these, there's none of that. So what you see is what you're getting with these.
Do we need to approve or disapprove these individually, or what is the best practice?
So that is up to the pleasure of the board. What you could do is you could do them individually or based off of type, or you could do the 1 or 2 approved or the 4 or 5 not approved.
Okay.
So that's up to you. And, we can also discuss out loud these individually if you'd like as well. Any questions you have or? While you're reviewing, I can give you a little bit of a rundown on how staff researches these. So the first thing we do is we always check our voter registration record to see if they are registered in Dare County. That also lets us know whether or not they have been previously removed or denied, and removed for what reason, whether it be that they moved out of the county or if they were moved due to 2 federal general elections. Then we also search them in the state voter search. This lets us know if they are registered in another county. If we do find that they're registered in another county, we make contact with that county to verify they did not vote in this election in that county. We also have a DMV checklist that we look at to see if they attempted to register at DMV, and for some reason, if the timing lines up, for some reason we weren't able to register them, but that attempt was within the timeline, that would be a reason potentially for approval. So we check that. And then we also check our voter, what we call our voter scan review and incomplete. And those two are pending registrations that have come in after the deadline. So we hold them until after the election. Per general statute, we don't process any registrations. And so we check those as well, just to double check the dates, because sometimes voters will submit their registrations to Raleigh, and then Raleigh will transfer them to us. So we double check to see if there's a date stamp that is earlier, maybe we missed, that they did submit it on time to Raleigh, in which case it would count. So we just double check all of that to make sure that there's nothing we missed that showed that they registered timely, or at least attempted to, and we missed something. And then we write notes like you see here based off of that information. And then I put in a recommendation, and then of course it's up to you.
So the only one in here that's got a DMV registration that came in too late is this one on.
Yes, and I did print that registration for you to see that they registered on the 14th, which was past the deadline.
Okay.
Kelly, I have a question on Manio 802-1.
Uh-huh.
And could you give me, I'm trying to understand the notes here. It
Sure.
says- So, go ahead.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So this voter was removed after research. We found that they were removed after 2 federal general elections, meaning they did not vote in this long 8-year span. And so according to the numbered memo, the board can approve, even though she's currently not registered because she's removed, the board can approve this ballot if we can determine that she has maintained continuous residency at the same address. And she stated that to the poll worker, and you'll see that the poll worker did write that on the envelope. And then through research, we found one, that she has not been registered in any other county in the state, and 2, the address that she was removed from is the same address that she is registering now. So we felt confident that we could say that she's been in the same address continuously from the time she was removed to now. And so that would be one that we would recommend for approval due to maintaining continuous residency.
Yeah, that was one of the things that the state sent to chiefs when processing provisionals, to ask if they have maintained continuous residency. So it's one of the things that they're always supposed to check for.
We put that note in their provisional binder. We also have a second one that we rubber band on their envelopes just to help remind them to do that. And then of course, when they call us, every chief judge is required to call us before processing a provisional. So prior to the processing, we also do some upfront research. We don't do everything, but we at least check to see if they're registered. So we can sometimes eliminate them, but provisional, because it's a name discrepancy. And they actually can vote regular ballots sometimes because we can find them for the work.
These are the 2 that look like they will be approved, and then followed by the 4.
Okay.
I will also say for the provisional that was voted due to driver's license social security number not being provided, we did validate the numbers that were provided prior to coming to the meeting. So those numbers that were provided also validated. So
We have those two.
Sure.
Thank you. These are the two that were marked.
So Kelly, could you just clarify one individual who had apparently moved to Wake County at some point? When they returned to Dare County, I'm assuming from the statements here that no effort was made to re-register or change the address in our county.
no, sir, not that I could find. So I don't know if it was just very sudden. And they didn't have time or they just didn't. But we did look to see, and there were no pending registrations. And they were still active. They are still currently active in Wake County, which is fine because you can register and then that information go to Wake. But we did double check to make sure that they did not vote in Wake County in this election. but there was nothing found to show that they tried to register here prior to Election Day.
Now, at the very least, even on those that are not approved, that it will serve to register them going forward. Is that correct?
That is correct.
So the Wake County would be notified and she would be removed from their roles.
Right, so we did notify Wake County, and we have a note to send them a copy of the provisional application to make sure that they remove them from the record, because that is an approved document for them to use. So after the election, they will get that and remove them.
Thank you.
So process-wise, when they're removed, then they can be legitimately registered here, assuming they are here still. Does that require action by the individual, or will that be an automatic, once you have something back from Wake County, rather?
We will go ahead and register them now. After the election, they will be registered, and Wake County will remove them. There could be a slight discrepancy in time, but it'll be part of a record. So it should be, pretty simultaneous that they remove, because they will do their work after the election the same as we do.
Sure.
So they'll remove her, we'll add her. I don't think that there'll be enough, it'll all be done prior to the next time that you can vote. So,
Okay. Thank you.
yes.
And Kelly, remind me, if you would, the individual who registered through DMV but not timely, what was the date that was the cutoff?
The cutoff date was October 10th,
And
and he registered on the 14th.
14th, okay.
And had he tried to do this during early voting, he could have voted and registered same day and voted a regular ballot. But on election day, that is not allowed.
Right.
Is there a certain time frame at which you remove voters who haven't, and it's the one that have been two federal elections, is there like a specific range?
It is, and I think it's depends on when their registration, and then those two federal generals, and actually the counties don't do that, the state does.
Okay.
So the state does that removal based off of their registration, and then two federal general elections after that registration
That's
day.
like your-
Right. Mhm. Yes. That's not the only reason why someone would be removed, but they typically go inactive first, and they're inactive for a long time, and then they get removed. Mhm. And there's probably a little bit more descriptive explanation in your board packet. Once you get through the first part of that board manual, it talks about list maintenance and the different things that we do to keep our registration rolls up, like the mailings, the national change of address mailings we do twice a year to remove voters and things like that. So.
One more time. When we go to vote on these, how should they be identified, by name or poll book number or what?
I think everything is public record. I'm not sure the poll book number is at this time.
Go by name?
You could do name or you could do provisional voting reason. Or you could do both.
All right.
You could do the name and then the provisional voting reason, which is, it's kind of lined up, but it's under the VRN category here. If you look,
Right.
that's the reason. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I would like a motion to approve the provisional ballots for Ricky Lee Stewart, who is provisional due to missing driver's license last four of social security number identification information, and Virginia Ellen Gray for no record of registration but continuous residence in Dare County. Is there a motion?
I move that the two candidates identified have their ballots approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. So done. Now I'm looking for a motion to disapprove the provisional ballot submitted for Annabelle Argueta Benitez for no record of registration. Elizabeth Jankowski, no record of registration. Elijah David Respass, no record of registration. And Elizabeth Couch, who was previously removed and registered in another county. Is there a motion?
I move that the provisional ballots identified by the chair be disapproved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. These two are ready to be voted. Jesus.
There is a little bit of information for you to board approval fill out here. So if you want to do those, I'll bring these back to you.
All right.
Rebecca, do you have a letter opener? And you can come down here with me. Sure. So these are Ehawk and P Mania. Okay, put that down here. We got everything else.
So I'm just, in the block for ballot style for duplication, I'm just going to write what ballot style has been assigned to them.
Well, you can leave that blank if you want. There wasn't.
I mean, it's written
Yeah.
on here. Okay.
So the steel line cutting, we have put on the sheet, on the ballot bin for you to sign when we're done. I'll leave it here for you to look at.
You're gonna have to walk down there.
Okay, I walked out, didn't fall.
All right. Not insulting.
Yeah, that's a likely story.
I have to psych myself up for it. Ready for us yet?
Want to come down and sit?
No. Here we go.
You just need
The
to.
March of the Geriatrics. You're welcome to come down if you would like to.
I'm way over.
You're great. You're different. Okay, so this is the zero take on the provisional machine. Public count is 0. And if you look for election information, it shows you, so you can look there, it shows you provisional, and then of course the zero take. So if you guys want to go ahead and sign the zero take, you can, or you can wait and sign it all together. Okay. And if we're gonna pull it with the poll, so you can wait and sign it all at once. So if you wanted to go ahead and tabulate the two.
That's Mr. Microphone one.
Public count was at 0. The public count is now at 2.
So we are going to close the polls. Password. Password.
Right here.
Password. Thank you. They're different. There's so many, there's 4 for every election plus.
Just remember them before they told us to say anything.
I was just thinking about that today. Life was so much easier. Yeah. And it could be 5 things. It didn't have to be 16.
Yeah.
A number, like special care.
Yeah.
No, cancel credit after 2 days.
Cybersecurity,
Mm-hmm.
and he periodically has to test passwords. Had it for 40 years.
Yeah.
No password.
Yeah. The $2 signs.
It's funny talking to him about when I have client issues, somebody gets hacked, how often it is. Boy, password was password. And, you know, they just, South Korea, North Korea, whatever. Just run the numbers as fast as I can in the computer and go, bingo. And then,
His job was to kind of see if he could hack it. Once they know on those lines, then he read it. And I know couldn't hack it.
Yeah, my son's the one that gets called in the middle of the night when somebody client has been.
gonna seal the top of the machine because I pulled the thumb drive, there's nothing in it. I will lock it up. I'm gonna pull the ballot bin out, we'll lock it, we'll seal it. And then if the board would please sign that sheet. And also sign it, please.
We're gonna sign three place evidence.
Can we see the emergency?
I'm a stickler, I'm so.
Approve the. Yes.
And before I put the seal on, I'll let you verify it. All right.
I would go with this. As you can see, the box is empty.
Verify, I can sign that as well. And I'll put the seal on. Okay.
I think this is both. Show very quickly that people see the power base. That's typically on the chair
Randy, do you want to, just double check the ballot in seal and then sign here, and we'll put that with the provisional ballots. It's gonna go on the bin. Do a surface here. Anywhere on.
Sure, of course.
And what some of the numbers on the here, I think is like how many you can vote for. That's kind of throwing it off on the here, but that's not the actual.
Okay.
I didn't get four results, I just did two.
Oh.
And here's the orange thing here. This is the seal where it's down ballot in. And Sandy, you want to sign this one? Then please. That's the, for the zero tape, this is, how many you may go through.
Expect to see you running up those steps in January.
Oh, yeah.
So these results will be added into election reporting. And so that will change the totals. And then that information will be on the website today. And then you will look over this for Canvas. Unless you want me to do it now and I can run a report, and I can certainly do that if you'd like, just to see where we now fall.
I don't think that's necessary unless someone else does.
Okay. And also at Canvas, we will, by then, we will have tallied the write-ins. They won't affect the election, but it is something that you will sign off on because they will have to be documented and put on the website. So that'll be a list that you also do at Canvas. So at Canvas, you will look at all the tapes and you'll look at the reports. You'll we'll discuss voter history and any discrepancies there. You'll review and sign off on the write-ins. And then you will certify the election. And if there's anything else that comes up between now and then. But as of yet, we have not received a written demand for a recount. But just a reminder that anyone who's trailing within that 1% margin for any contest, and in this case, it's Kitty Hawk mayor contest only, has until 5 p.m. the next business day after Canvas to submit that written demand for a recount. So I will keep you posted on that as well.
Okay. So they have until 5 p.m. on November 17th, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Our next meeting is next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for the, help me.
The sample audit.
The sample
so
audit.
The hand-eye audit, and the state has picked Manio and Duck. So we will have 2 bipartisan teams here, and we will hand-eye count the mayor contest. So we'll sort the ballots. We'll do those tallies for both of those, and that is just to verify the accuracy of the DS300's machine tabulation.
Okay. And then we meet on the 13th for pre-canvas at 5 p.m. Is that correct?
And that is a meeting that is only if there was something, that meeting is set, so we potentially could cancel, or we could touch base on recount information or things like that. But that is to give time for military and overseas voters to submit ballots that we can accept up until 5 p.m. on that day.
Okay.
So
So if we don't have anything, then, well, we wouldn't know.
You wouldn't
Something
really
might come
know.
in, right? Okay.
absolutely. So I actually not cancel. I probably meet, and if there isn't anything, so it's a quick meeting,
Okay.
more than likely.
All right. And then on the 14th, Canvas, we meet at 11 a.m., correct?
Yes, ma'am, and that's by statute, and everyone needs to be here. Randy, we've got you set up.
Randy, Mr. Fenninger is excused from appearing in person at these meetings, but he will be with us remotely for the Canvas, correct?
That is correct.
All right. I don't have anything. Anybody? All right. Anything else?
No, ma'am.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor? All right. This meeting is adjourned at 3:42 p.m. Thank you so much for being here today.
Right there by the phone.